fabulous, isn't it? From up here on Signal Hill, I've got a fantastic view of the bay here, looking out over Cape Town. It's like a historical map unfolding before me. On my left I can see Robben Island, where Mandela had been incarcerated for many, many years. Right in front of me, this modern metropolis with the sun glinting off the high-rise buildings. But way in the distance, just through the haze, I can see a dark shadow where there's nothing reflecting off glass. That's Langa, the township, and it's not too far away from what was District 6. District 6 was once a vibrant multiracial community, famous for its jazz music. Abavuki's unique brand of township jazz owes a lot to the proud musical legacy of District 6. But the apartheid government at the time didn't understand it and couldn't control it, and what they didn't understand and couldn't control, they got rid of. So they bulldozed the entire community in the late 1960s.
The main men of apartheid were really, really uptight, Calvinist, patriarchal types. They disliked music, unless it's church music.
Max du Preez campaigned against the apartheid regime for many years, but as an Afrikaner, he has an insight into the apartheid mindset.
Jazz was just that was the devil's music, and it spelled the end of civilization as they wanted it. It was fear of this kind of culture growing and becoming more popular, and people becoming tolerant of each other. That was the enemy of the apartheid ideology. That's why the apartheid government hated it so, because it was really vibrant and alive.
This is my mother's cousin. He wrote this.
Your mother's cousin?
Yes.
This is the District 6 Museum, and it's housed in an old church, old Victorian building.
He's born in District 6.
In front of me there's a huge map of District 6. This is a massive chunk of Cape Town. So there's ladies standing here looking at where their families have come from. It's living history, really.
He had a little garage, and he fixed everybody's cars.
My name is Joe Scaffers. I am an educator at the District 6 Museum. I lived in District 6 from 1939, and of course in 1967, like everybody else, we had to clear out of the area. Off you. Okay. The beagle first. Lead the way.
Jambalaya?
No.
Isn't it?
No.
Sounds like it.
Yes, it sounds very much like it. It is something that's played in almost like a samba fashion, just a slightly bit faster than a samba. Someone called it Cape Jazz.
It's been mentioned that District 6 was kind of New Orleans of South Africa. New Orleans, when you think of it, with the Cajun influences, the French Canadians coming down and getting involved with the kind of African-American thing, all of that. You've got the same thing going on here, but your own take on it.
It was going well, and of course everything was building up beautifully, and then of course along came the apartheid years. And that destroyed it, like it destroyed everything else.
But the music survived, though, didn't it?
The music survived purely because of the rich heritage that had been developed over the years.
Music doesn't know colour, doesn't know borders. You can't govern it. You can't control it.
You can't.
Langa-based musicians Abavuki have directly inherited the musical legacy of District 6, as Irvin Kinnes from the University of Cape Town explained to me.
A lot of the people living in Langa today had lived in areas of District 6 and were forced to move into that particular community. People took refuge in developing their own culture and sticking by it, and that's why you had a generation of musicians, of artists, of activists from these townships. When you have young people emerging from a community like that is so talented and creative, obviously you're going to find other young people trying to emulate their success.
Bongani, do you think that the fact that you guys have come up through the townships and you're now a well-respected band in Cape Town, do you think that's going to give hope to young musicians coming through?
Yeah, because we are role models of them. They want to be like me, they want to be like whoever's in the band. We also teach our young kids how to play these instruments. So they come, when we practice, we teach them.
We've got that respect on our side because we are the musicians.
Tulani Mati, Abavuki's trombonist.
Small kids, they want to be like us, But what we are saying to those kids is, if you are good at something that you are doing, stick to it. If you want to do music, then you are good on it, stick to it.
Music playing. I've come to Crossroads, which, like Langa, is another township in the Cape Flats. I've been brought here by Melanie Davis, the music coordinator for the Amy Beale Foundation, a charity which works in the township. Just in the distance, I can hear some of the children that they look after playing some music, so I'm going to go in and find out more about it. Hi guys. Along the line of a strip of shadow here along the side of one of the school buildings. All the children are standing. They've got we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 marimbas and some percussion. Children ranging from what looks like 7 years old through to young teenagers.
When they got here, they couldn't play any musical instrument, so we've got quite a few things, from recorders to keyboards to marimbas. So that is what they do. They select where they want to be, and they come voluntary every single day and be part of the classes.
Because they love it.
That's for sure.
My name is Tulani.
How long have you been playing the bass marimba?
It's primary school.
And how many years?
1 year.
1?
Yeah.
Only 1 year? Do you want to be a musician?
Yes, I want to be a musician.
It's heartening to watch these guys play. They really are the Abavuki of the future, keeping the sound of traditional African instruments alive. I mean, there's a lot of hope pinned on music for the future. Guys, thank you. It was fantastic. Thank you very much. Dilika Kamini, what do you think the future holds for aspiring young musicians in Cape Town's townships?
There's a bright future for them. You know, especially for us black people. You know, when we sad, we sing. When we're happy, we sing. We talk with music. So that is why I'm saying there's really a bright future when it comes to music. If you can stick to music, it can take you very far.
In South Africa, fusion seems to be what it's all about. Since being here, I couldn't describe to anyone what a typical South African is. You know, a white South African, a black South African, an Asian South African. It's everything all together. It's all merged. And what Abavuki are doing is the musical equivalent.
When the night has come.
So bringing, you know, the Motown songs into it, maybe it's the ultimate conclusion as to what has been going on in music here for a long, long time.
I think music and sport are the main weapons that we use to overcome our divisions of the past. Sport is the more American way of doing it, and that's been very successful. But at the heart of creating a new South African identity is music.
Music becomes a language that knows no racial boundaries, that knows no geographic boundaries. It makes us unite and speak one language. So I think it's quite an important move that we've done in producing a sound that captures other racial and cultural backgrounds and makes it into something that's very unique.
I think our music rocks. So I would love everyone in the world to hear our music. Everyone in the world, globally. Because I think everyone would wake up and respect marimbas and other African instruments.
I've had an amazing journey here in Cape Town, and I've seen the fusion of music pulling people together and pulling cultures together. And you know, I think this is exactly what South Africa needs right now in order to escape its past and move forward.